What's going on, everybody? Good morning. Good morning. What's up, Aspen? Tuesday morning live show. We'll give it another minute or two, let people jump in, and then we will get started. What's up, David? Matt and other Matt, what's going on? What's going on, Oliver? Oliver, yesterday was a rough day. Coming off of a great weekend, but yesterday was not ideal. But as I always preach, if there's ever a time to jump back on, it's certainly after a losing day. What's going on, brother? All right. Only 2 games in the NBA tonight. Yep. How about the whooping Tams fought handed to them? What's up, John? I have no idea what you just said, dude. If you're talking about the Ravens, yeah, I saw it coming. It was a play of mine. What's up, Mario? Yep, the Rams. I had the Ravens last night. It was a play. Decent little slate of games today. Only 2 NBA games on tonight. We have 2 college football games, big slate of college basketball. Only 3 NHL games. So a lot of the value is going to lie within college football or college basketball, excuse me. Looking at a lot of lower conference games. Got a few of them circled already. We'll do some free plays here soon. Get the card out and get going. Anybody got big plans for Thanksgiving? Anybody doing any traveling or got a bunch of people coming over to the house? What's everybody got going on? You'll be home alone. I wish I would be. Holy crap. I like Thanksgiving. It's one of the holidays I actually do enjoy, but Jesus Christ. You get that much family in one room. Matt doing prime rib Thursday, Thanksgiving dinner. Hey, that actually sounds pretty good. Yep, I like Thanksgiving. Man, when you start getting that much family together, plus, like, I'm married, my younger brother's married, so when you start mixing families, and it just, I don't know, give me about 2 hours in that, and I'm ready to call it a day. Sam Houston State and Bakersfield. There's actually some pretty good college basketball games on today. What's going on, Danny? All right, so they moved that game time to 7. These tournaments, man, you got to be careful when you look at these opening season tournaments because they will change the game time on you in a heartbeat. Yeah, at first glance, I like the under too. I don't know that it's necessarily going to be a defensive battle. Dallas just can't do anything. The Bills on the defensive side, however, absolutely. But Dallas just, they have no excuse. Jason Garrett sucks. Keith Davis says, what's up, Chase? Hello, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving to you and everyone in case we don't meet again before then. Absolutely, Keith. Appreciate it. Try to do it again tomorrow, Keith. Still going to try to keep the same schedule. Yo, what's up, Randy? So we'll still do today, obviously, and then do Wednesday because, obviously, I'm not going to go live on Thursday unless something crazy happens. Friday's kind of up in the air because of the way that I've worked out my schedule this week. So I'm starting to get ahead, which is a good thing, which means that by tomorrow, late tomorrow night, I should have my plays completed for Thursday, where all I'll have to do on Thursday, wake up, do a quick overview of my plays, make sure that nothing has changed, get them out, answer some emails, and then I'm going to call it a day. I'm sure that'll make some people mad, but oh well. You know, it's Thanksgiving. I'm going to spend it with my family. I've got family that's going to be, we're kind of meeting at my parents' house because they're getting ready to sell their house and move. So, you know, right now we're still within driving distance. It doesn't take too terribly long. So I've got family coming in there. So I'm going to spend it with them and, you know, people can deal with it. But what I'm hoping to do is if all works out well, then Thursday night when I get home, my wife has a tradition of going shopping with her mother and they shop all night. So that'll give me a chance to work in peace. And if I can get everything done for Friday, that'll leave me a window open. But I need to get working for Saturday because Saturday is going to be a big, big day college football. We've been smoking college football week in and week out. Let's end the last week of the regular season off with a bang. Rivalry week. All right. Let's see what we have tonight. Hold on, let me check a game time, guys. These tournaments are freaking... I don't trust any of these times. So 319. I'll give you all a later game that I like. If y'all want to go ahead and jump on some action, we'll go ahead and do a free play real quick. All right, later, buddy. Oliver, actually, yes, I do. I tell you what, I may announce it in this live show. I was going to wait and do it later in the week, but I may do something. Do something now. Got his ass kicked in play of the year. I'm gonna say by ass kicked. I'm gonna assume it was the Rams. What's up, Christopher? Yeah, yes, I do have a play. All right, so the top tier package, I have a top, or it's not top tier. It's my top play month. So what that comes with is every daily top play that I have. So every day I usually have a daily top play, and it could be in any sport that I play in: NHL, NBA, NCAA basketball, football, NFL, any of it. You get that every day. And then you also get any plays of the week or plays of the month. If I were to have a play of the year in that month that you are subscribed, you also get that. But that's not guaranteed because I only do that, obviously one play of the year per sport every season except for MLB, which I do too. I typically do two in NCAA as well. I have not had one of those yet. We're just coming off of our NFL play of the year last Sunday on the Patriots. So, but that kind of gives you a rundown of what it is. Keith, they're very well coached. Harbaugh's a good coach. Lamar Jackson's got a super high football IQ. He is so dangerous when he hits a corner because that's when he hits his stride. It's almost like he hits a jet stream and just he's gone. And the thing is, he is a small quarterback. He's not big. But look at the things he did last night, how comfortable he was when he had to stay in the pocket. That was the most impressive to me versus just watching him, run all over people, was when he was forced to stay in the pocket, when the Rams did just enough to make him stay there and say, okay, you're going to have to throw it. He didn't get flustered. He didn't get excited. He was just calm. You could watch his footwork. He was just calm and collected. He waited for the receiver to, break open, and he made a pass. He made a play. So hats off to him. Lamar Jackson is playing fantastic. I'm not going to say that I'm going to rank him MVP over Russell Wilson, but he's damn sure a close second. I still think Russell Wilson is my MVP at this moment. But I've been saying that since like week 3 or 4. Oliver, tell me exactly, because I haven't announced the stuff we're gonna do for Black Friday yet. Why don't you tell me exactly what you are looking for? Maybe if there's something specific, and maybe I can just help you out. That way you don't have to wait on some Black Friday special. He'll get better as a pocket passer if he stays within a team like he has right now. And I'm not saying like the Ravens specifically. I'm saying a team that protects him. It's like Brady. If Brady had been on a different team, not coached by Bill Belichick, who doesn't know how to make defensive decisions, just like that at the drop of a hat to make sure that his quarterback is protected at all times to the best of their ability, then, obviously Brady wouldn't be the pocket passer that he is. Brady's unbelievable in every aspect of the game, but some of that has to come with being protected and having time to show how great you are. If Lamar Jackson was on a different team, then who knows what would happen? We might not be having this conversation. Which is why I hate the media so much, because they're hyping the kid up so much right now, and I just don't want them to hype him to a certain level where it comes crumbling down if he has a bad little stretch. Oliver, do you have my email? I tell you what, now that we're in discussion, I should just ask you guys. So I've got some things that I'm thinking about that I'm going to run for a special this week. You call it Black Friday, call it Thanksgiving special. Oliver, shoot me an email. We'll discuss it. Um, that I knew I was going to run something, and I've got some ideas in my head. So something's going to get run, and I want to make it something that is rare, something that won't happen, again until next year, but something that will people that are on the fence about signing up. I want it to intrigue them. I want it to intrigue current clients to jump on to take advantage of the deal, even if they're currently on a subscription. They can just, obviously it'll start when their current one ends. So you guys give me your ideas. What do you think, I should run? And I mean, let's be real here. It's not like I'm gonna sell a week for $10, and I'm not gonna, buy a year, get a year free. I mean, I'm not gonna do anything like that. I mean, let's be real about it. But what do you guys think? You guys tell me what you think. Because today's the perfect day. Why not run it today? I had a losing day yesterday, which we don't have a ton of them, but they happen. Winning Saturday, winning Sunday. They weren't the prettiest, but profitable nonetheless. And then, we have a losing Monday. Some of it was, I mean, I can't even believe that Joel Embiid just didn't even score. That I still don't even know how that's possible. So things like that, obviously it wasn't the best day. So we lose money. But what happens after we lose money? All you guys that are customers know what happens. We bounce back and we go on another run. So what better time to jump on? While you guys are thinking of it, let me go fill this cup up. But keep the ideas rolling. I want everybody's input. What do you think would be a good thing to run for Thanksgiving, Black Friday, whatever you want to call it, to get a bunch of people involved, turn them from people that are on the fence to full-blown believers and a part of our family. All you guys are a part of the Chase Wins family. You guys know what it's about. So how can we double in size? Keith, I want your opinion too. Keith, run the chat. Yo, what's up, Steven? Damn, Oliver. But you make me think about something, Oliver. Steven, it was my first time playing them as far as a top play. I had them one other time as a premium play. That's one of those teams that I've been eyeballing since last year. But it's also, they're in one of those conferences, kind of like the Missouri Valley, that there's so much value there, but you have to pick your spots. You cannot, you can't just assume because they're playing well, that you can play them every time they play, or even once a week. You have to pick your spots. But that's one of those teams that I have been looking. I mean, guys, look, I've got freaking depth charts for days, all 353 teams. So I follow everything that goes on and update it once a week. Garrett says, best dish my girlfriend makes is reservations. Hell, she might be related to my wife. Thanksgiving to Christmas, $200. Oh my God. Yeah, I'm not doing that. But, hey, good suggestion. So Oliver brought up doing the top play month for $150. I'm going to respectfully decline that, but he got my wheels turning. So let me see something here. So the top play month is $500. You know what? Oliver, damn you. Chad, that's a smart thing to do. You don't want to. Well, and again, there's different ways you could look at it. You don't want to. You certainly don't want to jump on a package if you can't play the games. But then again, you don't want to risk what you have not playing the right games. You know what I mean? Hopefully that makes sense. So you got to weigh the good with the bad. $500, if that's what you want to start with, hey man, more power to you. If that's what you're going to do, if you're going to start with 500, then I would recommend your first purchase be a week. Buy a 7-day pass, play it diligently, follow the system, and then when you turn money, reinvest that money back, obviously into probably a 30-day pass, and then after that, once you've really start to build something up, get with me. Let's see how we can get you on something long term where you won't have to keep buying. I always take care of people that want to go long term. Somebody wants to go long term and go for a year, I can promise you I will take care of you, because that's my goal here, guys. And it's not about the money. It's about, because trust me, the business makes more money if you buy week to week. Think about it. Go look at my 1-year all access. Go look at a season pass and then do the math versus just buying a $99 a week. Absolutely, there's more revenue if you just buy week to week to week. But there's no sense in doing that. My goal is to get everybody long term, so at the end of every year, you have made a substantial income to where not only can you reinvest and do it again, you truly have a passive income that makes a difference versus just saying, all right, I can go spend $1,000. No, we want this to be income, not play money. And now if you decide to play with that income, that's on you, but we want it to be income, not just some fun money here and there. Fun money comes and goes. All right, Oliver. Yes, OB. So Oliver wanted me to go and do my $500, which is too cheap to begin with anyway, top play month. 30 days of top plays. That's my daily top play every day, as well as every play of the week, play of the month, and if there were to be a play of the year in your 30-day pass, you get that as well. $500, he wanted me to sell it for $150. And, of course, I said no, so I was going to go in and discount it by $150. But then I had Oliver in the back of my freaking brain, and he said, come on, man, it's Christmas time, it's the holidays. He wants to play that card with me. He said, wife's spending too much money. Trust me, I know all that too well. So, $200. Today only. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Top play month, $200. Oliver, I damn sure better see you jump on it. Because that's for you. You've got until midnight tonight. So you've got roughly 12 hours. Bingo, Oliver, first one of the day. And Oliver, still send me that email because after this month's up, me and you need to talk about getting you on a year pass. You've been doing this with me too long to not be on a year pass. Walter, my man, what's going on? Yeah, I know. Oh, I see your stuff come up all the time. But I mean, you know what I mean. Like you've been doing this with me for a long time. So you know, we need to get you on a long term, start saving you some money in that sense. Dr. J Smile deal, top play month. There we go. Let's get it, boys. All right, let's do a free play real quick. All right, I can do $50 for 3 days. I can't really go cheaper than that. It would, to be honest with you, and the reason why is because it would cost me money to do that because of the credit card processing fee. Between that and taxes and everything, I mean, it would actually cost money to go any cheaper than that. So $50, 3 days, and that's all plays with top play. Yo, what's up, D? Yeah, miss much. We're just bullshitting. Oliver convinced me to do a top play month for way too cheap. So, yo, what's up, Tar Heel Tim? You ready for that Alabama game tomorrow? No, it's 3 days. If God forbid I were to have a losing 3 day period, I will extend you. But no, it's not buy 3 days for $50 and get 3 days free. No early college hoops action. Like I said in the last live video, a lot of that stuff, man. I mean, I'm really selective with things like that because that's a way for the sports books to clean up. So like the Murray State game, I have no interest in. As far as a free play, it's not early, but I will go ahead and give you guys a free play. And this won't be the only one we do. This is a later game. I like UNLV tonight minus 13 over Jackson State. Excuse me. UNLV is nothing to brag about, but they do have a slight size advantage. They do run a decent full court press, which Jackson State has not played anybody that truly runs a press for the majority of the game. So I think that's going to wear them out sooner rather than later. And I think that later in the game, UNLV will be able to capitalize, break away, win by 16 to 18 points. So there's your first free play. I like UNLV minus 13. I see a couple 13.5. Tim, I haven't really decided yet. I've got 3 games that I've circled that all kind of make the cut of top play, or at this moment they do. So I've got some more digging to do to make my final decision, but it will be in nighttime action. It won't be anything in the afternoon, so I can tell you that. One of the games that I'm looking at that is potential top play is actually at 7 p.m. Good. That means you'll be able to watch the game, right? Or will they black it out for you? Wichita State, I do lean under 132.5. I want to listen or read Frank Martin's practice report before I decide on that, because we know that Frank Martin will play the defense. Are they going to be successful at it? That's my question. Is South Carolina going to have the success? Because Wichita State can play fast when they want to. It's already up there. As a matter of fact, hold on, something just came through. I think Oliver just signed up. Yep, Oliver just signed up, so it's there and working, Dr. J Smile. All you do when you go to the purchase page, it'll say top play month. And again, so what that includes, guys, usually it's $500. Steven says, Chase, you've been to a football game at Texas A&M, right? How's the area down there? I heard it was all kind of in the middle of nowhere, but not sure if that's true. I want to go to a game down there one day. It is. I mean, I have been to College Station. I have been to a game there. It is in the middle of nowhere, but on game day, if that's what you're going for, it doesn't really matter. It's packed out. You've got your little mom and pop restaurants everywhere. Everybody's tailgating. It's like Gainesville. I mean, Gainesville's truthfully in the middle of nowhere. There's not really a city there. So it's not like a Columbia or an Athens or, Baton Rouge. It reminds me of Tuscaloosa, to be honest with you. But during game day, there's plenty to do. So if that's what you're going for, then you'll have a good time. I tell you what, I have never been to an atmosphere as loud as that. I've been to Gainesville a few times. The only SEC stadiums that I have not been to I have not been to Columbia, Missouri. And who else? That might be it. Oh, I have not been to Arkansas. I've been to Starkville, Mississippi. The cowbells should be illegal. I've been to the Grove. I've been all over. The best scene? Well, let me ask you this, Steven. As far as scene, are you meaning like atmosphere around it or in-game scene? So far, the loudest game I've ever been to was in College Station. Yes. But, see, I haven't been to the big house yet for a game. I really want to go there. Hold on one second, guys. All right, sorry. Had a delivery. I had an Uber pull up in my driveway, and I was like, I didn't call an Uber. And then I get downstairs and walk outside, and he's like, I've got an Amazon delivery for you. So I keep forgetting that Uber drivers are now doing that. But it was weird because I have had Uber people, because I use Uber and Lyft a lot when I travel. And I have had people show up looking for me, like, here, I'm here to give you a ride. And I'm like, yep, not me. So, but that's a Christmas gift. All right, so back to Steven's question, the best SEC scene. Oh, yeah, you like that? With the old school logo? That's why I like it, is because of that old school logo. And I'm not even a Hornets fan, but I don't pull against them. So back to the question of the best scene. As far as tailgating, I'm going to have to go with Ole Miss, the Grove. But I'm not big into tailgating in the country. I like more of a city atmosphere. So I like Williams-Brice Stadium, Columbia, South Carolina. That's the best entrance, I believe, in college football. I don't know. It's hard to say, man. But as far as just pure atmosphere, I'm going to have to say Ole Miss. I'm, Baton Rouge was nice. Tuscaloosa is a shithole. I mean, Auburn's a really good scene. It's really hard to say, man. Everybody's got their qualities, and everybody's got stuff that I don't like about it. Happy Valley is one place that I have not been, Walter, that I want to go to. Now, if we're talking about overall college football, then now we're getting into something. That'd be a tough one. As far as the best scene, there's nothing like Chapel Hill. Big House is one of the things on my bucket list. Oh yeah, Nashville's good. The problem is with going to Nashville. I mean, I'm not really impressed with their tailgating in Nashville, just like I'm not really impressed with tailgating in Knoxville. Nashville's a cool city, so I mean that's always good. The trip's good. But I certainly wouldn't rank it as, as far as a football atmosphere, I wouldn't rank it in the top. Steven, already given out one free play on UNLV minus 13. I'll probably do one at the end too, like I always do. That way it gives the dynamic of people that show up late a chance to get something. So you guys can thank Oliver. He wanted me to run a top play month, which is usually $500 for $150. I said no. I was going to discount it $150, but I ended up putting it up for sale for $200. That's until midnight only. That includes, so each day you'll get the daily top play, and then you'll get the plays of the week, plays of the month. So you'll get one play a day, and it is the top play every day. It's a $500 package. Till midnight, $200, courtesy of Mr. Oliver. All right, so who wanted to talk about last night's game? Somebody mentioned that a little earlier, and I don't remember who it was. I guess we could do a breakdown on what we thought for the games this weekend if you wanted to. I tell you what I'd like to do. Hold on. Let me... Walter, no doubt. Steven, I don't know if it'll go up or not after what Michigan did this weekend. I think that's a pretty accurate line. I've been saying your name wrong. Day, Junior, Smile, JR, Smile, or however you want to pronounce them. But I kept calling you Dr. J Smile. I don't know where I got that from. So what do you guys want to do? You guys want to go over stuff like breakdowns of what we thought from NFL Sunday, or you guys tell me what you guys want to run the topic. I'd like to, whatever you guys choose, I'll print out my notes. That way I don't have to pull something else up on the computer and slow down this stream. And then I'll go grab them and we'll, yeah, Keith, back at the beginning of the year before it started, I said Louisville was a force to be reckoned with. They need to stay healthy, and we'll see what they can do defensively because they are a little bit on the small side. But I like Louisville. The Louisville was actually preseason one of my Final Four teams. Walter, really, it's too early. It's if you think about it, how you can't find any reason to justify not taking the Ravens at this point in time. Problem is, you can make a case for the 49ers in a lot of situations. Really, the only way that we can accurately even call that game is wait and see what happens in practice this week, and just start reading practice reports. That's a game that I will most certainly wait till this week, and I will not be playing it early. Oh, I mean, like I said, absolutely they're contenders for the ACC title. Absolutely. Just like I told everybody, everybody's like Virginia Tech will fall to last in the ACC because they lost 80% of their shooting, and I kept telling people, look at what that coach did at Wofford. If you guys don't think he's going to have a good year this year, it's not going to be great. He's already knocked off a top 5 team. Virginia Tech's a force to be reckoned with, and they're doing it as a young, new team. Going to UMass versus SC next Wednesday. Try to get a pick with Frank Martin, but it won't happen. Depending on how early you get there, you might. Frank Martin likes to stand out on the court while his players warm up. A lot of coaches won't do that. Somebody keeps asking me about the TCU Wyoming game. So, obviously somebody's a TCU fan or they are in the area or something, because that is certainly not a intriguing matchup by any means. I don't love the game. I think the line's pretty sharp, so I don't see a ton of value there. If I was going to be picking it, I would find a 14.5 and I would take TCU. There's no excuse for TCU not to cover this spread. But then again, I think TCU's a little bit smoke and mirrors. I think later in the year they'll be worn down a little bit, probably fall out of contention for a Big 12 title. But right now they're playing good. They're playing stifling defense. They're playing a lot faster than what their normal pace of play is, and it's working for them. Once they start getting into conference and more competitive play, that'll be the deciding factor of whether they keep trying to play up tempo. But right now I have no action on it, but if I was forced to pick the game, there's only one way I could lean, and that would be to lay the points with TCU. I'm not backing Wyoming. What are your thoughts about everybody being on Boston Bruins? It's too public heavy. Is it because Montreal beat them last time? Maybe, and Boston's one of those teams that's always public heavy. Usually, even when they're playing a top team, they're public heavy. Here's the thing. It's like I've said about Boston before. They're a good hockey team, but it's because of that front three. If a team can figure out how to stop that front three or even slow them down, not only can teams hang with Boston, they can beat them. Now, if you let that top three, then you'll be run all over. I mean, Boston can beat anybody and beat them pretty severely if they let that, that top three, that top perimeter three run wild. But again, Montreal's got some decent defensive play, so. And I mean, there's only so pissed you can be, and you can only be so pissed and look for so much revenge in hockey. I mean, hockey's a tough sport, man. Walter, I don't see a lot of value on Duke at that number. Again, that's one of those games where if I was forced to play it, I'd play Duke because there's nothing that I can find that would make me want to back Stephen F. Austin against the best team in the country. But there's not a lot of value there. That number's accurate. I mean, my number is minus 30. So to only be able to get a point to a point and a half of leverage, there's no value there for me. Any thoughts on a Pac-12 basketball winner, Oregon or Arizona? Kind of want to bet a future. Are you talking about as far as like the conference champion? Matt, I have not given those out, and I'm not. I was talking about top plays, and I'm not going to be giving them out here. Yeah, Walter, I like it. My top play will not be given out here. That will be for the clients. But I did give out a free play earlier. How the Clippers game? I don't know. How is it? If you're asking what I think about it, I think Dallas is on a roll. I think Dallas has the most momentum in the NBA. Dallas is at home. They've got the NBA's freaking, leading scorer right now, other than, is he above LeBron James yet? But the Clippers are going to be ready come postseason in the West for sure. There's going to be some regression by the Lakers here in the coming weeks. They're doing too much early on. Somebody's got to catch Dallas sooner or later, and this would be the team to do it. I'm not saying that there's a ton of value in taking the Clippers on the road, but it was kind of like Houston the other night playing at home. They had Dallas in a good spot, and they let Dallas walk all over them. But I don't think there's a whole lot of there's nothing more than manufactured talent within Houston. Dallas has real, just true talent, and I don't know. It's hard to not back Dallas, especially at home as a dog. But I think the Clippers are catching them in a good spot and laying a small number. I'd see if you could find it at 2. See what your money line plays are. I'm seeing about $1.40, which is too high. So as a lean, I like the Clippers, and it's nothing more than that. Conference champion, Oregon's faster, Arizona's deeper, Arizona's stronger. Again, we got to get into conference play, truthfully, before I can really make that decision. But if you're going to ask me right this very second, I cannot not go with Arizona. I do not. I do not have an opinion on that game. Guys, there's a ton of games. I'm not going to have an opinion on every single one. That's why we try to come up with topics and do that so at least we can get good information out there. Yo, what's up, Elliot? Oh, shit. I don't know, Walter. I need to look at that game. I mean, I don't necessarily think that Kansas is going to be overly tired from last night, but that's a game that I need to just dig farther into. So no opinion at this point. Let's see what kind of troll emails I have today, or people that have been winning every single day and then have a losing day and then flip out. Tell me I'm the worst ever. You suck. All right, let's see. Let's check updated lines, see what has moved. No, I doubt there will be. They're too busy hiring divorce lawyers right now to try to do business work. All right, Keith. Yeah, let me know. It'll be up till midnight. Midnight, it changes back. It'll all come out one day, Walter. I'm not even, trust me, I'm not worried about it. If he only knew the tree he was barking up. But some people just have to find out the hard way. So we'll just let it happen. We'll just let it play out. is my dog doing? All right. What's today? Tuesday. So I'm still trying to think of what I want to run as a true like Thanksgiving thing. I ran with Walter's deal, or something close to it. God, everything's at 7 o'clock tonight. Keith, it never stops. It never stops. Oh, but it will soon. That I can promise you. It'll be all right. It will be all right. You ever heard the term bad guys always lose in the end? Just keep that in the back of your mind, because it will certainly come true here soon. No, Walter, there won't be, because I'm not that type of person. But you guys will hear about it. It'll be public information soon enough. And with the 5 or 6 people that you decide to bring into something without asking their permission and give out information that now cannot be taken back, the element of surprise can be a bitch. And I can promise you, this is going to be, it's going to be interesting to watch. Yeah, I don't know of any tennis cappers. I mean, I know of people, but I don't know them. I mean, I wouldn't have brought Patrick on to do NASCAR had I not known him for as long as I had known him. I just, I'm weird about that. I mean, I get people that email me every day and are like, hey, let me send you plays so you can see what I do. And I tell them, don't, because I'm not going to look at them. And I don't mean that rude, but, anybody can have a good week. Anybody can have a good month. And I'm not going to sit there and scout someone for 2 years to let my name be on the line for what they decide to give out. And not only that, I got to know you. I got to know you. Like, before I'll put my name on the line for it. And I don't truly know any tennis guys. Patrick, I've known since 2000 and I've known him since 2013. What do you guys think for a Black Friday thing or Thanksgiving? And let's be real here. Let's not do something crazy because, again, I'm not going to lose money to do it. I'm not going to pay money out of my pocket to give a deal, but I like giving deals. So let's come up with something. Oliver, we did Oliver's deal, but that's only going to be available until midnight. So we can do something involving a normal 30-day pass, which is all premium and top plays or daily top plays. It doesn't include the plays of the week or month. We can do something involving the 1 year. We can do something involving a certain sports season. I don't know. You guys tell me. And I want it to appeal to all different kinds of people, not just one group. You know what I mean? What time is it? Oh, shit. Hold on. My man Cowherd's on. If it didn't already go off. Oh, no, it's not 1 o'clock. Bingo. I like old Colin Cowherd. Do a month of NCAA basketball for $99, or NHL. Let me pull up something here. We can remove that. How about this? How about I cut? I can't believe I'm doing this shit. I'll regret this here in about 30 seconds. All right, so you guys know the NHL season's usually $1,500. I think the cheapest that I've had it on sale for was $700. Jesus, God in heaven, I'm gonna regret this. Right now, today only, you can get the entire NHL season, which is NHL Premium and Daily Top Plays, for $400. The same price goes for NCAA basketball. I will make the same price for NBA. This is today and today only. Only. Like at 12:01, I wouldn't do it for my own mother. And they are on the website now. It's full seasons, guys. Matt, the only actual record that I have in front of me is NHL. My basketball records. I have the percentages in front of me if you want them, but I don't have the overall records in front of me. NHL top plays in the NHL are 22-4. So I've had 26 NHL top plays. We're 22-4 for 91%. The NHL as a whole is 70-31. Excuse me, 70-30. Because Pittsburgh won last night. Nope. Damn it. 71-30. Damn. 71-30 overall. Every play. 22-4 in NHL top plays. Let's see my college basketball percentages. Let me look on the sheets. Why is it showing me last year? No, here we go. All right. Stupid Microsoft Excel. NCAA basketball for the season, 67.9% so far. That is including top plays. NBA after the past few days is 62.2%. That's not including last night, so we'll have to subtract 2 losses. So probably just over 61% in the NBA. And NBA has really started to pick up in the last 2 weeks. Your record for NHL, you can do those numbers, but that should put you at roughly 70.3%, 91% on top plays. Do I track my free play numbers? I mean, yeah, if it's a premium play, I do. Because a lot of times I give out a premium play. One of the premium plays for the day I give out for free. So it's already rolled in. If I give out just a lean or something, I don't, because it doesn't go into my premium and top play record. NFL, I don't know. Hold on, I'll look. But the thing is, I haven't loaded Sunday's numbers into it yet, so it's going to be not 100% accurate. But the reason I didn't give the big deal on NFL is because NFL, it's not almost over, but we're getting into the last 4 weeks of the regular season. With the deals that I just gave, these are seasons that have essentially just started. So you got a long way to go in those. There's not really a lot of value. I'll give a deal in the NFL if somebody wants one, absolutely. NFL, not including Sunday's numbers, is 57.62% for the year. Does that include top plays? Yeah, I don't have my play of the year rolled into it, but play of the year was the Patriots last Sunday. It was a winner. NFL, we're probably not going to hit as high as we did last year. Last year, we fucking killed in the NFL. I mean, killed. But either way, it's profitable. I know that. And to be honest with you, last year in the NFL, we made the majority of our money, like our overall dollars, in the last 6 weeks of the season. And we killed the playoffs. Hell, my play of the year last year was the Patriots over Kansas City in the semifinals. And then I had the Patriots in the Super Bowl when everybody was on the Rams. Everybody. What time is it? Hey, Walter, will you do me a favor? Yeah, NFL hasn't been bad. We have our weeks. For the past 2 weeks, it's been really, really good. This past Sunday, was not. We got killed on a hook that we should have bought down, and didn't. And Jacksonville killed me. Had it not been for that, we probably would have split. So it wasn't great. The 2 weeks prior to that were fantastic, especially with the Play of the Year winner. But NFL hasn't been bad. I mean, it's been, you have your ups, you have your downs. College football has been fantastic. Last year, it just seems like we could not lose in the NFL, especially in those last 6 weeks. But, the rough days are there, the rough weeks are there, and this week was one of them. Obviously, we made some of it back last night with the Ravens, but it is what it is. We'll come back this week. And one thing good about it is that we get a lot more value this coming week because everybody's so focused on this last week of college football, going into the conference championships, seeing who's going to make the playoffs, that I'm telling you right now, the next 2 weeks, NFL is going to be overlooked by these lines makers just a little bit, or more so than it has been so far this season. Walter, run the chat if you don't mind for just a minute. I'm going to take a piss real quick. Let's do another free play, and we'll come up with some more discounts and giveaways and shit. Just run the chat for a minute, and we'll come back and do another 15 minutes or so. All right, dudes. What did I miss? The free plays are nice and are normally Chase's premium plays and once in a blue moon a top play, but we actually start consistently make money is with the full card. The money is in the volume of winning picks. I'm always looking at these early NCAA games with a huge spread. All right. So, for the people that are in here that may have not been in here earlier, when we did the discounts, thanks to my good buddy Walter, the top play month, which is usually $500, is $200 until midnight tonight. You will get every daily top play, play of the week, and play of the month. You can get the NCAA basketball, the NHL, or the NBA full seasons for $400 a pop. Whichever one you choose, you can do multiples if you like. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do one better. If you wanted to do a combo in basketball, I will discount that an additional 100. So instead of buying both for 400, you could buy both for 400 a piece. You could buy both for 700. That gives you the entire NBA and NCAA basketball season. And guys, these do include postseason, March Madness, all that good stuff. And as Walter can tell you, John Brady can attest to this. If Jerry Valdez is in here, he can attest to this. When you become a long-term member, you're part of the family. Like, we talk. It's not like I'm hard to find. Obviously, if you're only on a 3-day pass, yeah, we're probably not going to talk. You're going to get your plays, you're going to play them, you'll win some money, and you'll move on and make your next decision. But me and Walter talk all the time. Me and Brady talk at least once a week. Jerry Valdez called me late last night. It wasn't really for a chit chat. He was calling because he had a serious issue about something regarding our business together, but it was something that I helped him out with, put him in touch with some people, and I'll just leave it at that. But me and Jerry talk all the time. So when you're a long-term member, I mean, you're part of the family, and any one of those guys can attest to that. If I don't answer you immediately, I get back to you within 24 hours for sure. Yo, Jerry, what's up? I just summoned you. That's funny. I said Jerry's name and he popped up. This thing not being straight's bothering the shit out of me. Yep, Irie, he said any good deals for Thanksgiving. What we've got going on at the moment is a top play month for $200, all top plays only, and oh shit, the NCAA, NBA, or NHL seasons for $400 a piece, which like NHL's $1,500, or you can buy the basketball combo pass for $700, which is NBA and college. These are until midnight tonight only. That's exactly what I'm saying, Chad. You have my email. All of my long-term customers, my one-year guys, they have my phone number. And like I said, don't call me at 2 in the morning, but this is a normal, 9 to 5. You have your ways of getting in touch with me. Arizona State, I do kind of like over Princeton. The only problem is Arizona State going to show up for that game? That's one of those teams that there's a problem with that team, guys. They do not show up when they need to show up. This line, based on my depth charts, my power rankings, when I looked at this game this morning, hold on, I'll tell you what I came up with, what I thought the spread should be. So it confused me, and I haven't got to look at anything beyond that because I went live. Arizona State, in my rankings, ranked 78 overall in the country. Princeton's down around the 220 mark. This line should have opened up at 14.5, in my opinion. So you say, okay, we have value. But, you know, something's not right here, and it's because I believe that Arizona State is one of those teams that just has a tendency to not show up and barely squeak out a win when they should put it away by halftime. Ugh. Guys, I don't ever drink soda. I mean, ever. I bet I hadn't had a soda in 2 months. Ugh. Bingo. That's exactly what they do. Like I said, they're a top 100 team, no doubt about it. Any day of the week against anybody. But the odds makers are catching on to them. Or else this line would have opened up where it should have. So that's why I'm saying, you know, there's value in the line. But again, you know, everybody, I love the people that say this, that are like, oh, we're not betting a team, we're betting a number. Bullshit, I am betting a team. Sure, I am betting a number too to find value, but I'm betting a team much more than I'm betting a number. Because the team's the one doing the work. The number means nothing if the team doesn't do it. I love when people say, we're not betting a team, we're betting a number. That's why you're fucking losing. It's because you don't know anything. I want to see where I had Princeton ranked. I've got to update this after last week's games. 226th overall. So you tell me that line shouldn't be higher. I always follow teams like Arizona State because I like the faster paced teams. Those are the ones that tend to cover your higher spreads when you know they're going to be teams that get higher spreads. Higher spreads are always intriguing. I don't care what type of investor you are, what type of capper you are, how much you know about the sport. Nobody can deny the fact that when they see a high spread, they are intrigued right off the bat. If you say that you're not, you're lying. You're lying to yourself. You're lying to me. You're lying to everybody. I'm not going to say that. I mean, I'm the same way. I get intrigued. But the thing is, I know where and when there's not value. Arizona State, because of how fast they play, are always typically one of those high, not only a higher spread team, but a team that has the ability to cover that higher spread. It's just what team are we going to get to show up? And the problem is, it's not necessarily their fault. Look at who they play against. It's, when they have to play a true top team, like if they get caught in a scheduling snafu where they have to play a Duke, a Kansas, a Michigan State, or even a Michigan who has a really good defense, that changes the game versus when you're playing USC or playing Boise State, BYU, something like that. I've never lived in Arizona, but that's one of those places that I said that if I ever moved out west or to the desert, I mean, I got a lot of family in Southern California, but I think Arizona would probably be my first choice. U of A this year is strong. Just got to find out if it's going to be sustainable. I tell you a team that I think is being overlooked by a lot of people this year is Purdue. I really think Purdue can be an Elite Eight team, but they're going to have to make adjustments. They're going to have to adjust as the season goes on, and that's not the MO of a Big Ten team. They find something that works, and that's what they do game in, game out, whether they win, lose, or draw. If Purdue can make adjustments when needed, Purdue has the size, the speed, they have the rebounding ability, and they have the approach to the game that they need. They're a top 10 team for sure. I had them preseason ranked 8th overall when I think Ken Palm had them at like 19. And they pass the ball really well, too. Purdue is a really good passing team. I think Auburn's a better team than Kentucky, believe it or not. Oh, my God. I'm not even – well, we all know. I stated what I felt about Tennessee's coach last year. He couldn't win a big game if he tried. Bruce Pearl, I'm not the biggest fan of, but I got to respect what he does. He works with what he has, and he's got success with it. So I think Auburn goes farther this year than Tennessee. Truth be told, you guys might think I'm crazy. I think Arkansas may go farther than Tennessee, believe it or not. God, that's gross. All the lines seem to be staying right where they are. That's a good thing. I like that. I like that. Stuff won't get out of hand. That's a great state. I've lived in a few other main boards. Who Purdue play today? I don't think Purdue's playing today. Auburn is a top 5 team if they play to their ability. They are. The only thing that's going to hurt Auburn there to be a season-ending top 5 team is their size. But Bruce Pearl never recruits size. He's always recruits speed and shooting. That's why he's always been a three-point guy. Full court press just because they have the speed. They're not great on the defensive end, but they'll wear you out. They're not going to steal the ball from you a lot. They're not going to force you into a corner. But if they can just make you keep changing pace and wear your legs out, it works. And they take a lot of outside shots. They draw fouls. That's all that matters. That's why they were able to do what they did last year. And they never, ever steered away from who they were. They didn't try to play to their competition status of what they were, which is what, again, Arizona State does. And that's why they made it as far as they did last year. And that's why some teams didn't make it as far as they did. Ooh. Let me ask you guys a serious question. When you look at any other handicapper on the internet, I don't care how young they are, old they are, how long they've been around, anybody else get the feeling that they don't know shit about sports? They really just truly don't. They know who teams are. They know who wins and who loses because they watch SportsCenter like the rest of us. But how many other people could you go into a live chat with, ask them about any team, and they can not only tell you the good, the bad, the ugly, and the accurate right off the top of their head. Can break down a game at any time. I'd like to see one other one do it. I know one person that does it pretty well. But I'm not going to say the name because I don't want to be accused of being affiliated. That's how rumors get started. Come here. Oh, dumbass. The Rams blown out. The Rams were freaking sodomized. Oh, man. Oh. Why don't you like Stephen A. Smith? I like Stephen A. I like him. I'll tell you this. Like him or hate him, and I understand why some people don't like him. The fucker ain't dumb. He knows what he's talking about. Especially when it comes to basketball. He's not a stupid individual. That I can assure you. Oh, I know what that is. Stay off the weed. Man, I like Stephen A. I really do. I don't necessarily agree with everything he says all the time, but I like Stephen A. There's not too many people that can do reporting like he can. Bryce can really break it down. Who is Bryce? I don't know who Bryce is. Stephen A. will be murdered by a Cowboys fan eventually. Hey, you say that might actually happen. Hey, that's my man right there. That's a god amongst men, boys. And that's why I like Colin Cowherd. He actually knows what he's talking about. Brandon says, Danny D, you funny. Okay, but I don't get it. Somebody tell me, what am I missing out on here? It says Bryce can really break it down. Who is Bryce? Or is that like some inside joke that I'm just not a part of? If any of you guys want to listen to Offsides with Mark Ryan today on ESPN Radio, I will be on there about 3:30 Eastern Time. He wants me to give a rebuttal on my statement that Clemson's toughest week of the 2019 season was their bye week. Bryce is in Ghost Pigs. That's what Chase. Oh. He's talking about the new guy at the car salesman's team. Oh, yeah. Okay. I got you. I got it. Yeah, so, that guy. I'm not going to say the name out loud because I don't want to give any free publicity or anything. I like him. A lot of respect for him. Really do. A lot of respect for him. One of the good ones. Lot of respect for him. He actually just went through something that I'm going through right now as far as in the industry, people thinking that they know what's up and how they can make some threats and just make stuff go away, and it's not the way that it works. And his opposition found out the hard way, and so will mine. So, a lot of respect. I like Steve Stevens. He talks really fast and isn't at all a convicted felon. Yeah, right. Should go back and look at my video I made about him after he decided to call me out. Him and the fucking Hamburglar, his partner, after they wanted to challenge me in Major League Baseball. That didn't work out well for them. Yo, what's up, Ron? There's another one of my clients. There's a few guys on YouTube that are pretty decent and have a NFL, but they aren't full-time. And listen, guys, I'm not saying there are not people. What I'm asking is your normal guys. Because listen, Wager Talk has some very smart people. Some of them just talk and use numbers in between stuff to make it sound like they understand the game when they don't. They understand the gambling side of things very well, but they just do not know the sport. They know what they hear, and they bring it into numbers. Yeah, it's on my channel, Walter. Fuck, I don't remember. I think it's last July, maybe. You'll see it on there. I never deleted it. Yeah, Brennan, I like him a lot. I really do. A lot of respect for him. I never have a bad word to say about Mitch, ever. There's nothing you can say, but I mean, I actually genuinely like the guy. But out of like, how many people can you just go into a live chat and start firing off games, and right off the top of their head they can break it down and tell you actual facts about a team and make you think about things in a different way and make you go, okay, wait a minute, he's right. How many people can do that? I tell you who can do it for me. There's one person in the media that makes me do it from time to time. Not often. It's Colin Cowherd. He's a really unorthodox type of guy. He brings in things. He does things like I do. He brings in things that most people don't even, it doesn't even cross their mind. Then when they do it and they bring it into how they break something down, they go, wait a minute. This makes a big difference. Why haven't I been doing this? It's not very often that he makes me do it, but he is probably the only one who has ever made me do it. That's why I like Colin so much. I'd listen to him talk about anything, right or wrong. Who's the better 10-1 team? 94% of people say the 49ers. 7% of people, now it's down to 5% of people. 6% of people say the Patriots. I'm not saying they're wrong, but really? The Patriots. Belichick and Brady are getting 6% of the overall votes. Give me a fucking break. People want them to fail so bad they can't stand it. I hope they win 5 more Super Bowls. I hope Brady comes out in a wheelchair and wins one. Irie, how's that bankroll building coming back, my friend, after you had that one bad day? Yeah, Shannon Sharp is smart. He kind of drives me up the wall more than Skip. Them together drive me up the wall really bad. They're a great team. They feed off each other well. But when they get into those manufactured arguments, when you know that on the back end they probably agree with each other a lot more than they let on, just give it up. At least when Stephen A gets into an argument with somebody, it's for real. On First Take, I mean, Stephen will do it with a fan. Somebody will call into a show and say something, and he will put them on blast. Colin is better with the NFL than he is college football. I agree with that. And Keith, I think the reason is, and you're probably going to see that, truth be told, if you look at a lot of the main media guys like Colin and Stephen A. and, Skip Bayless, Shannon Sharp, all these guys, most of them are better at the NFL. Why? Because it's more polarizing. They have more access to what's going on for players because they're professional paid athletes now. They don't have to go through a university to talk to someone. And there's a lot less to keep up with in the NFL than there is with 150-something college football teams. So there's a lot more that they can talk about within the NFL for them to sound knowledgeable. And plus, if you think about it, in the major markets where people are listening to them more so than in other places, those places have NFL teams. So the cities that have NFL teams don't really care about college football like they do professional. It's not a bad idea, Irie. There's no reason to force it. No. You know what, Walter? I think that in the title of it, it says something, and it doesn't call his name out, but it says something that makes you think that something's in that video. I don't even know if I worded that right. Hold on. I'm not going to pull it up on the computer because it'll slow this stream down. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it on my phone, and I'll give you the date. Where's Danny at? Danny, do you live in South Carolina? So many freaking videos, it's unreal. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's weird. LaGrange. Okay. Well, it makes sense why you're a Clemson fan then. You're close. Yo, Eric, what's up, dude? There's another one of my long-termers. Hold on, Walter. I'm trying to find it for you. And I'll give you the date. Give me just a second. I've got so many freaking videos. I've got a dentist appointment in the morning. All right, let's get back into 2018. God, man, this is a lot of freaking videos. There's me and old Jackie boy. I love old Jack. Those were some good times, even though it worked out the way that it did. It is what it is, but Good times. With all the guys. Nothing but love for all of them. But, hey, you fuck with someone, they're only going to take so much. Alright. It should be right around in here. Walter, try June the 17th of 2018. Try that one. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, let's get back to it. Danny, I'm not far though, and I have a house there, and I have family there. I'm very familiar with the area. I've spent a lot of time there, and even as a kid, I would say about half my childhood there at least. Yeah, Irie, you're not the first person to come in and say that. Again, I don't know whether it's true or untrue, Irie. And, again, truthfully, I don't care. But if it is true and it was the Rams, I guess my only question would be, because I had a lot of people question me on that game last night, go, well, why would you not take the Rams? My rebuttal was, give me one stat, true stat, one stitch of anything with the way the Ravens and Lamar Jackson are playing right now, with the way that defense is playing, with the way they've played on the road, and tell me how the Rams could be anything more than a hunch. Because there's no stats to back it up. There's just not. It would be a hunch. And with a play of that caliber, listen, I'm not going to, no way. That Patriots game that I have for my play of the year, I have been looking at that game since week 4 for that matchup. Yeah, Keith, it's all right. It's not that great. I mean, there's parts of it, and then there's parts of it that leave a lot to be desired too. No, I never said I didn't like him. I just said a minute ago, got nothing but love for him. I don't appreciate a lot of the things that have gone on, and that's made me, have a bad taste in my mouth. But I'll keep being the adult in the situation. All right, let's see. Let's see who has jumped on. The specials. We got a newbie on here. Congratulations, Jeff, for jumping on. That's a new account. Congratulations, starting out with a bang. I like Hilton Head. We go to Edisto a lot, which is just north of it. Yeah, Walter, try that one. That one might be it. I don't know for sure. You'll know pretty quickly into it, though. I may do a recap before I get into it, though. I'm not sure. I can't remember. But for some reason, that date stands out to me. Yeah, that was a good situation spot for Virginia Tech. People are overlooking them way too much. That coach, what he did at Wofford was incredible. He lost 80% of his shooting, and that shows you that he is truthfully a good coach. He didn't have to go out there and try to replace people immediately. He took the talent that he had, the young guys that he had, and he coached them up. And they're going to be a decent team this year. I don't think they're going to win the ACC by any means, but they'll make a lot of waves in that conference. Keith, where are you at? Are you in Arizona? Yeah, I think you're the one that's in Arizona. Walter, it was that one? Fantasy in one of my leagues, to be honest with you, I don't know what position I'm in after this week. My main one, I am second overall. But it's playoff time now. I didn't think Michigan State deserved the third position in the first place. Like, I know ESPN and Kim Palm and everybody had them ranked number one to start the year. When I did my depth charts and preseason rankings and everything, I had them at number 7 to start. So right now, based on style points, who they've beaten, how they've beaten them, and then this loss to Virginia Tech, I'd say that they're probably back towards 17th. Maybe even as far back as 20. No, Dayton is not a free. We haven't even talked about that game. The free play that I gave out earlier was UNLV minus 13. Jared Goff, Sean McVay's a young coach. A lot of things fell his way last year. How young of a coach he is and how inexperienced he is showing now. People don't take into consideration coaching near enough. You get somebody like Harbaugh, Belichick, Andy Reid. Those guys can be more of a difference maker than any player on the field. Auburn in what spot? Against Bama? Or are you talking basketball? Do I think he's a top 8 QB? Absolutely not. No, not at all. I mean, we know who the top 3 quarterbacks are, and you can't put Lamar Jackson into it. He might be good this year, but he hasn't done anything to prove that he's one of the best. You have Brady, Breeze, Rodgers. When you get outside of that core 3, you've got to start putting people. I mean, truthfully, when you get outside of that top 3, oh my God. As far as long-term good, I'm going to say 4 is Russell Wilson. You get outside of that, I think Patrick Mahomes was overrated. I think Phillip Rivers at one time was a good quarterback with a high football IQ. He's just too old and too slow now, and he plays for an organization that's going nowhere fast. But then again, you look at Russell Wilson, look at their coach, Pete Carroll, Hall of Fame coach, great coach. I'd say Goff is, in the bottom 15. Ravens best team in the NFL right now and 49ers in the NFC. Do you agree? I'd say the Ravens are playing like the best team in the NFL right now. Not going to say they are the best, but they are playing like it. And I think the Patriots are better than the 49ers. Everybody's going to crucify me for that one, but Brady, Edelman, Belichick, it's hard to beat those guys when it comes down to when it really matters. And I've said all year, I think the 49ers are a good team, but I think their record's just a hair bit manufactured, and I think they're a little bit more smoke and mirrors than what people want to let on. I mean, they beat the brakes off of Green Bay. That's all fine and dandy. But that comes down to when Baltimore beat the Patriots. It was when you have a Hall of Fame quarterback that cannot play quarterback because he's on his back the whole game because nobody's protecting him, then you can't expect them to win a game. Trubisky's not a bad quarterback. I wish everybody would get off him because this isn't his fault. Nagy is a fucking goober. I hope Brady doesn't retire after this year. I want him to go one more year, and I'm going to go see him in as many games as I possibly can. If he goes to the Super Bowl this year, though, I may go just so I can try to see him win one more before he hangs it up. Exactly. There's not a team in the league, even right this very second, that I would want to back more than the New England Patriots with my money. Because time and time and time and time again, they come through and show why they have the best coach that's ever done it, the best player that's ever done it, and they truly, truly have an organization that is second to none. Chase, can you do for $99 Black Friday special just for today? What do you mean? I'm not sure exactly what you're asking me. let's see what the other free play that we're going to give out for tonight is. All right, you guys may question this one. All right, second play that I'm going to give you. Let me just make sure that there's no line movement on it. Because when I was looking at it earlier, this one you guys are going to have to go play now. Take Michigan State minus 13 over Georgia. Tom Izzo's not going to allow for a sloppy performance like last night. Still a lot of points to lay against Georgia, but Georgia's nowhere near. They don't have near the experience that Michigan State does. Tom Izzo can draw up plays like this young buck doesn't even know. And after last night, and I'm not going to say that we shouldn't take away credit from Virginia Tech because they played great, but Michigan State played extremely sloppy. Tom Izzo's not going to accept that again, and I think that they got embarrassed on national TV. So they're going to come out there and not just want to win the game and, have that to bounce back from, but they're going to want to make a statement. They want to make a statement. I'm laying it. As a matter of fact, I'm going to lay a little bit extra on it. Michigan State minus 13, guys. Starts in about a half hour. Yeah, Georgia's not great. They've got some talented kids on their team, though. They really do. I think they're poorly coached. I don't see that coach lasting long there. Or is it the assistant coach that I'm thinking of? No, I'm not. Irie, don't you dare bet that money line. And stop saying easy money. There's no such thing. That's exactly the kind of thing you'll take another big hit and you'll be out of this thing forever. Hold on, let me let my dog out of this room, guys. Hold on. All right. All right, before I wrap it up, so we've got 2 free plays in the books. We've gone over a bunch of games. Anybody got any final questions? Was anybody not here to hear the specials? Irie, I still have no idea what you mean as far as $99 Black Friday special. I don't know what you're asking me. I already have a $99 package up there. It's 7 days. So I'm not exactly sure, so I don't know how to address that. But go ahead and wrap this thing up. Like I said, if you guys want to listen to Offsides with Mark Ryan, he wanted me to call back in today, 3:30 Eastern time. Around that time, I should be on there. But free play, I just laid an additional 500 on Michigan State minus 13. See what happens if they play like they did last night. I can promise you, Georgia will not only cover, they'll win the game. So, but I don't think Tom Izzo's going to allow that. If it even starts like that, he'll start rotating players really fast. No problem, Keith. Thank you. Last chance for the specials. They go till midnight. You can get a top play month. Original price $500. You can get it for $200. The NHL, NBA, or NCAA basketball full seasons with playoffs, March Madness, everything have gone from, like, NHL is $1,500. They're all $400 a piece for today and today only. Or you can get the basketball combo pass for $700 for today only. Thanks for the chat and time. I want to jump on your package, but only got $99. Then jump on the 1 week, Ari. It's 7 days, $99. You get all my premium and daily top plays in all sports. Just go straight to the website, go to purchase. You'll see it right there. 7-day pass, $99. We'll build that bankroll up for you a little bit, and you'll be able to jump on something longer term once that ends. And, guys, those specials run until midnight only, and that is Eastern time. No exceptions afterwards. Oliver convinced me to do the deal. I was not going to do it. It's too cheap, so I'm certainly not going to extend it. Congrats to the people that have already jumped on. Plays will be posted later on this afternoon. An email will be sent as soon as that happens. Congratulations. Brandon, who just signed up, that is another new member. Never seen him come through before, so congrats, Brandon. Let's make some money. Ari, jump on. If you have any questions, shoot me an email. Guys, I'm going to put my email at the bottom in this chat. I'm getting ready to run out here in a few minutes, but I will be back in about an hour to finish up all the games and get them posted. And I will check emails and answer them after that time. So my email's in the bottom of the screen. I will be back tomorrow for normal video. I'm not sure what time. I'll put it on Twitter. We'll either go at about 10 a.m. or about 1 p.m. So one or the other. I'll let you guys know. Appreciate everybody tuning in and hanging out with me for, hell, a long-ass time. I enjoyed it, and I will see you guys back again tomorrow. But be thinking about what you want to do for Black Friday, and we will definitely run something for Thanksgiving, Black Friday, get everybody on so they can make money this week so they can jump on something longer term going into next week, carry them through the holidays. Hell, carry them to MLB when they will start making the most money they've ever made doing this. Love you guys. And John, Brandon, I'll holler at you in a minute.